Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Zuzana from coachzuzana.com, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you about a situation I am sure most of you have already experienced, where you needed to push for that extra earlier deadline, for the better quality or more resource, and you simply did not feel at ease doing that. And trust me, I have been there before, and today I wanted to share with you a technique that has helped me and worked really well for me to address the situation, to make you get what you want at work without coming across pushy. So the first thing I want you to think about is your mindset. And I'm speaking more to those of you who are feeling a bit shy, not very confident when trying to push for that work. And I want you to think about it as it's not really about you, but it is about your job. So don't focus on you, you're focusing on getting your job done. It's all about making sure that you are fulfilling your manager expectations or company's expectations. It's not about you, it's about you getting your job down, most importantly. And recently I've been reading studies about assertiveness at work, and you would not believe what I figured out. So people who thought themselves they were pushy when asking for anything at work actually came across by other people as having the right levels of assertiveness. Let's take, for example, a typical scenario: needing to complete a project or task for a client or manager as fast as possible. So what do you say in order not to come across pushy? Well, you could say, and you can ask the question of how fast can this be done? Or you can use a better question and you can say, how soon can this be done? Now, there is only a slight difference. The difference is between using the word fast and soon, whereas fast is all about, getting things as fast as possible. So it has this sense of urgency and perhaps a little bit of pushiness in it. However, when you use the word soon, it doesn't have that sense of urgency, but it still has the sense of imminence and a need for it to happen fast. And then the next step would be to listen to what that person has to say. And more often than not, they will say, oh, I'm extremely busy and I can only do it by 15th of July, where you need it maybe 10th of July. So what is the next best thing for you to do is go back and first of all acknowledge the person's emotion and the state. So what you can say is like, I appreciate that you are extremely busy and thanks again for sharing that with me. I'm working with this client and this deadline at 10th of July is extremely important to me, and I wonder if there is anything that you can do to bring it back to the 10th of July. Or I do wonder if there is anything else I can do to help you to make this happen. What I absolutely love about this construct is that first of all, you are acknowledging the person's feeling. You're saying, I see you, you are very busy. Second of all, though, you are assertive with saying what it is that you want. So you are basically saying, okay, I understand you're busy. Unfortunately, my deadline is not movable. So what can I do? And this is the next thing that I really like about this construct, is that you are offering out help. And that is really nice for that person to know as well, because obviously they're already feeling a bit under the pressure, and if you acknowledge that they're feeling that way and then you offer help, it is a sign of collaboration. And this way they can, maybe they tell you, okay, well, maybe you can speak to the manager, or maybe I can speak to my manager and see what we can do, because sometimes people don't even really think about their priorities properly. They just say that they're busy. But when you are actually saying, but this deadline is not movable and this is what I need, what is it that I can help you with, they will start thinking and they will start being a bit more resourceful and coming up with different solutions. there you have it. This is a simple yet effective technique that you can use to get what you want out of your colleagues or family or friends even, as fast, hopefully, as possible without coming across pushy. So let's just recap. First of all, make sure, because we're talking about work here, that this is not about you when you're trying to ask for something to happen fast, but this is about your job and it's about you fulfilling your manager expectations. Second of all, make sure you use the right language, so using the word soon instead of the fast, for example. Third of all, make sure when you're asking, you're acknowledging person's feeling when they feel overwhelmed, but also politely asserting what is it that you require of them. And finally, offer help to that person. It's after all a win-win situation. And you're saying, but what if I use the wrong words? Like, what would I do then? Well, then my best advice is, can you think about and go back to my video about basic communication principles? When I talk about, ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? So especially when you are thinking about, is it kind? Right? Then you are more likely to pick up the right words that you need to communicate. And also, one other tip is, how about you think about it, if you would be in that other person's shoes, how would you like to be communicated that information, right? And that is going to give you a better insight in what kind of words or vocabulary and tone and style you should be using when asking for something to be done as fast as possible. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And I would love to hear any of your thoughts on the video in the comments below, or maybe any of your experiences that you have with pushy people and how you try to come across not pushy at work. I'm very much looking forward to be reading them in the comments below. And as always, be kind, stay positive, and I'll see you next time.